It's not thunderstorms, and it's not fireworks. This fear is caused by you, their absolute favorite human, accidentally inflicting it on them every single day. Did you know that every morning you reach for your keys to leave for work, your dog's brain is instantly flooded with cortisol? That's the exact same deadly stress hormone released during life-threatening emergencies. To them, the moment that door closes feels like ultimate abandonment. Those chewed-up shoes and torn pillows when you're away, that's not bad behavior. That is a complete mental breakdown, a silent cry for help. In this video, I'll expose the 12 hidden fears and psychological traumas that 99% of owners unknowingly force their dogs to suffer through every day. Watch closely, because you might be breaking your entire universe's heart without even knowing it. 1. Every morning, a simple sound triggers absolute terror in your home. It's the jingle of your car keys. To you, it's just the start of a workday. But to your dog, that sound is a psychological trigger. The moment you grab those keys or put on your shoes, your dog's brain is flooded with cortisol, the exact same stress hormone released during a life-threatening emergency. Why? Because dogs are creatures of the present. Behavioral psychology shows they lack a complex concept of time. They don't understand that you're just going to the office for 8 hours. To them, every departure feels like you might be leaving forever. Think about the shredded pillows, scratched doors, or chewed shoes you find when you get home. It's easy to get frustrated and think they're just being naughty or spiteful. But in reality, that destruction is a full-blown panic attack. It's a heartbroken animal desperately trying to claw their way back to their entire universe. You. They are suffering in silence, trapped in a loop of severe separation anxiety. But this morning ritual isn't the only time we accidentally terrify our best friends. Sometimes the nightmare continues even when we take them with us out into the world. 2. Have you ever wondered what the world looks like from just 2 feet off the ground? It is a starkly different reality for your dog, especially in crowded places. While you are enjoying a weekend farmer's market or a busy street festival, your dog is trapped in what behavioral psychologists call sensory overload. Because of their height and hypersensitive senses, a lively crowd doesn't feel like a fun outing to them. It feels like a chaotic, moving forest of giant legs. They cannot read the environment or predict where the next foot will fall, triggering a constant survival response. Think about those times you brought your pup to an outdoor patio or a busy park, and they started panting heavily, lip-licking, or constantly looking around. They aren't just warm, they are terrified of being trampled by someone who doesn't see them down there. Every booming voice and reaching hand from a well-meaning stranger feels like an unpredictable threat to their sensitive system. They endure this sensory nightmare just to stay close to you. But as overwhelming as a crowded street can be, there is a deep emotional pain that hurts them even more. And that's when you vanish entirely, leaving them in the hands of a stranger. If you've made the same mistake, please comment number 1. 3. Imagine being pushed into a strange room and the person you trust most suddenly vanishes without a trace. That is the absolute panic your dog feels when you leave them with a stranger. In a dog's mind, the moment you turn your back feels like a painful betrayal, a shocking abandonment they cannot comprehend. What surrounds them now? A completely alien scent, a voice that brings no comfort, and hands reaching out that make them shudder with fear. Where is Mum? Did Dad leave me? What did I do wrong? These hopeless questions flood their mind. Losing you means losing their only security blanket, throwing them into a state of hyper-alertness. They are so deeply confused and terrified that they cannot swallow a single bite of food, nor do they dare close their eyes to sleep. They can only pace nervously or curl up in a corner, desperately counting every second, waiting for the sound of your familiar footsteps to return. 4. It is heartbreaking to realize that a simple, accidental delay on your part can be a brutal shock that shatters your dog's peace of mind. Dogs can't read clocks, but they possess a biological timer accurate down to the minute. To them, a fixed routine isn't just a habit, it is a psychological lifeline, their only proof that their world is safe. So, when you feed them just an hour late, or abruptly skip that evening walk, their entire universe instantly collapses into terrifying chaos. Your pup falls into a state of profound shock. They pace back and forth, tremble, or whine in hopeless despair. The most tragic part of this fear? Your dog cannot comprehend human concepts like being busy or getting stuck in traffic. When their predictable world is disrupted, that innocent mind is plagued by one painful thought. Am I no longer loved? Am I being forgotten? Is my safe world falling apart? They are enduring heavy emotional torture, simply because they love you too much and depend entirely on the stability you provide. 5. Hold your breath and imagine. You are being marched into a room suffocated by the stench of death, confinement, and agonizing pain. That is the veterinary clinic, a literal hell on earth, the ultimate storm of the most extreme, paralyzing fears in a dog's entire life. From the exact moment they step through those doors, their hypersensitive noses are choked by a horrifying scent, the lingering adrenaline of thousands of traumatized animals who came before them. Combined with the heart-wrenching whimpers echoing from the back rooms, piercing their eardrums, it all signals one thing: a deadly threat is imminent. And then comes the climax of the nightmare. They are lifted up and pinned down onto a freezing, slippery metal table. Cold, unfamiliar hands grip their body tightly. They can't run. They can't fight back. Every single survival instinct is screaming that they are about to be slaughtered. Your dog is experiencing the most brutal sense of physical violation. They look at you helplessly, their heart pounding furiously, their whole body cowering in sheer, absolute terror, wondering why the person they trust most in the world just handed them over to this slaughterhouse. Would you like to move on to the next fear, such as thunderstorms and fireworks? 6. Have you ever felt a wave of crushing guilt, realizing you've been brutally indifferent to your four-legged friend? While we joyfully watch colorful fireworks light up the sky, or casually scroll through our phones during a thunderstorm, our dogs are experiencing what feels like a literal apocalypse. A dog's hearing is multiple times more sensitive than ours. To them, every thunderclap and firework explosion isn't just noise. It's a bomb detonating directly against their eardrums, vibrating through their entire body. What breaks my heart is that they don't understand what is happening. They only know that the ground is shaking, the sky is falling, and there is absolutely no escape. I blame myself, and maybe you do too, remembering the times we saw them shaking uncontrollably, eyes rolled back, desperately digging under the bed, while we just dismissed it as them being scaredy cats. We celebrated over the agonizing pain of our most loyal companions, leaving them entirely alone in pure terror without a single comforting hug. If you accidentally make such a mistake, please comment number 2. 7. This genuinely breaks my heart, and you'll probably wish you could take it back too. How many times have we vented our anger into the air, screaming at traffic or yelling during a heated phone call? We think it doesn't affect them, but the truth is devastating. Every single time you raise your voice, your dog's stress hormones instantly skyrocket by 300%. Their innocent minds cannot comprehend human stress, bills, or adult complications. When they hear that angry voice coming from the person who is their entire universe, they only believe one painful thing. It's my fault. I did something wrong. My human hates me. That cowering, terrified look in their eyes isn't defiance. It is the crushed spirit of a child taking the blame for a world they don't understand. I am deeply plagued by regret for the times I accidentally turned my voice, the one thing that should be their ultimate safe haven, into a cruel weapon that pierced their fragile souls. 8. There are things we do entirely for our own convenience, acting so casually that we completely blind ourselves to the pure terror it causes someone else. Cleaning the house with a vacuum is the perfect example. You plug it in, flip the switch, and mindlessly push it across the room without a second thought. But you have no idea that you've just unleashed a roaring mechanical monster into your dog's living space. To your dog, this device is an unexplainable threat. It doesn't just emit a deafening roar that pierces their sensitive hearing. It also moves in a completely erratic, unpredictable, and aggressive way. What makes it worse is our casual indifference. We routinely push this monster right into their sleeping mats, their feeding stations, or their quiet corners, the very places your dog considers a sacred sanctuary. Watching them jump up in a panic and run for their lives to hide in a dark corner, we sometimes just laugh it off, thinking it's funny. Our thoughtless, everyday routine has accidentally turned the home, the one place that should be their safest haven, into a stressful battleground for survival. 9. To this day, my chest still tightens with pain whenever I think about the absolute greatest, most profound terror in a dog's life. It isn't the fear of death, and it isn't thunderstorms. It is the soul-crushing fear of disappointing you. Dogs spend their entire lives with a single purpose: to love you and make you happy. When you come home angry from work stress, or when you sit in silent grief, your dog instantly falls into a state of deep panic. They don't understand the complications of the human world. They only think, "My human is sad, so I must have done something wrong." I am filled with so much regret when I look back at the times I pushed them away because I was in a bad mood. I remember how pitiful they looked, desperately bringing over their most prized toy or performing silly tricks just to earn back a single smile from me. Even that annoying clinginess or the destructive behavior when we are away, it's all the silent, frantic cry of a soul terrified of losing your love. We have been so careless with that absolute loyalty, leaving them completely alone in the biggest fear in their world, the fear that we no longer love them. Looking back at all of this, my heart aches with profound regret. How many days have passed where we mindlessly left their absolute loyalty and pure love to be haunted by these silent, terrifying fears? I realize now how careless I've been. But starting today, things are going to change. I am going to adjust my own behavior. I will dedicate 5 uninterrupted minutes every single morning just to connect with them, keep our daily routine perfectly consistent to give them security, and absolutely never punish their fear again. Because I finally understand. I am their entire universe, the only lifeline this innocent soul has in this world. If this video touched your heart and made you look at your own habits, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel today. Let's build a happier, safer world for our 4-legged angels together. Don't forget to drop a comment below, sharing which dog fear surprised you the most. Tonight, give your pup an extra tight hug to make it up to them. Remember, they've been waiting for you all day.